Hello YouTube, L-Players back again for more of our Minecraft adventure. Look at our lovely little farm, it's coming along nicely. Nicely. But that's not what we're going to be doing today. So today, I've added these in so I can jump out of here. Just because I'm very lazy and I don't like to walk down the stairs every time. But it does kind of bug me that then they're open, so I have to go back up and close them anyway. But yeah, so I think what we're going to try and do in this episode, well, we'll take a little look at some of the stuff that I've done, but I want to try and build a nice little bridge coming over here, because this very basic grass path is kind of bugging me. We've got a lovely house, but then we've just got this crappy walkway that's kind of ruining it. So we're going to try and, I say try with some skepticism, because I've never built a bridge before, let alone a bridge that looks cool, so we might struggle a bit, but we're going to try and build a cute looking bridge that goes across there but still looks pretty cool, and it's going to have to tie in nicely with the house as well, so that'll be interesting. So that's what we're going to do this episode. I have done a bit of work with a well, so I think, unless anyone tells me otherwise, this is what we're going to go with when it comes to our well design. So I've put a nice little, this is actually what they call dark oak. So dark oak steps for the roof. I think that contrast looks really nice. And just to sort of tie it in a bit more, I've switched out these corner blocks with dark oak blocks as well. Just sort of ties the whole thing together. So that looks pretty cool. I'm quite pleased with that. Definitely much better than what we were sort of looking at in the last episode or the episode before that, whichever one it was, can't remember now. But yeah, happy with that. Like I say, I might have a few wells around the farm once we expand it a bit more. So if you have got any really cool well design ideas that you want me to try out, then let me know. I was starting to work on like a little entrance bit for the farm, the actual farm crop area. I don't like it at all, to be honest. I'm not loving it. It just looks a little flat. Yeah, so that's definitely going to change. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this entrance yet, but it's definitely not going to be this. It's fine for now. I mean, you know, it works. It's clearly an entrance, but it just doesn't look great. So we're definitely going to change that. I need a little bit of inspiration to help me out with that, and it's just not coming at the moment. So I'm going to leave it for now, and then I'll come back to that when I've got a bit more of an idea of how I want it to look. As you can see, we've now got loads of chickens. We've got a few cows, a few sheep, and lots and lots of pigs. So I have separated the sheep and the cows finally, which is the reason there's not as many cows, because a few of them did have to get chopped on the way. Don't tell anyone. I tried to get them sort of, I'm not going to fight the creeper, because, God, that's another thing that's happened a lot off camera, is creeper explosions around here. You might notice I've leveled our little box house off a bit more. I've taken all the stuff out of there, how the hell did that get in there? Oh, my God. What an ambush. Right, we're going to go inside. We've now moved into our lovely house here. Oh, that reminds me. So our little pantry area is coming along lovely, or storage area for those that don't know what pantry is. If you don't know what a pantry is by now, then you've not been paying attention in my episodes, so shame on you. Unless you're a new subscriber, in which case, welcome on board. But yeah, so I've organised myself a little bit more. I know, surprise, surprise. Yeah, so this chest is kind of like miscellaneous random crap that I don't really know where else to put. But other than that, we're pretty organised. So we've got plant stuff in here, wood, cobble and stone and various types of stone, and then we've got like the other assorted building material type blocks, so your wall, dirt, granite, all that kind of stuff that I'm not ever going to have loads and loads of. So I'm just sort of sticking that all in one chest. Yeah, this is all our tools and stuff like that. Weapons, I think, is in... No, well, weapons is in with the tools. What else have we got? Food. And this is the chest that we care about. This one here. 11 diamonds and 11 emeralds. So while I was strip mining off camera, I did find a bit of a cave. Looking back in hindsight, I totally should have done an episode with me in the cave, because it turned out to be a pretty big cave. But it was weird. It was one of those caves where you sort of go in and it looks really small. It doesn't look like there's much there. So I was kind of debating, should I record or not? And I was like, no, there's probably going to be nothing here. It's going to be really small. It'd just be a waste of time. So I decided not to record. But then it kind of like, it ended up getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And like a few little caves that connected. So yeah, but in there I ended up finding a couple more emeralds and a few more diamonds. So we've now got 11 of each, which is pretty nice, pretty good going. Happy with that. We're slowly becoming millionaires. Minecraft millionaires, that is, not real life millionaires. Would be nice to be real life millionaires, but not yet. So yeah, I think that's everything I've done off camera. I put quite a lot of time doing the mining stuff in the cave. Tidied up the pantry. Oh, you'll see the plant pots are now matching, finally. I know that's probably bugging some of you, it's really bugging me, but obviously now we've got enough cows, so that was what I did with the cows that I killed in transport. I took the leather and used it to make the picture frames, or item frames, whatever they're called. So we've now got 2 matching plant pots, which is cool. I need to figure out how to get the grass to grow on here. My girlfriend did tell me, but I've forgotten, but I'll definitely do that at some point. So yeah, that's what we've done in terms of progress. I've made this smaller, so it's basically I'm getting rid of this soon. Just haven't done it quite yet. So I've emptied everything out, got it all organised in our chests. This obviously down here is where our mine is. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to sink this into the ground 1 more layer, so it just comes flat across the top and looks like part of the landscape, and we'll just have like a little wooden frame going into here, and that will be our mine shaft entrance. We might sort of pretty it up and make it look cool as we go, but for now we're just going to try and make it look like it's not really there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with that. Just let me think. Yeah, pretty sure that's everything I've done off camera, so you've not missed too much. I've just done a lot of the sort of legwork that's not that fun to watch. So yeah, but today we're going to work on the bridge. The beautiful bridge. I'm saying this beautiful bridge, but honestly I've got no idea what I'm doing. So I've got all my supplies ready, well, that I think I'll probably need. Don't really know where to even begin. Right, let's start with logs. Can't go wrong with logs, right? Right? Oh, but I want these. How do I want these? I want these like this way, don't I? Yeah. How do I want them? Right, let's start with dirt then. So we're gonna have logs. Yeah, so this episode's going to be, it'll probably definitely take me a whole episode or maybe even like more to get this bridge right. I won't do like 3 episodes straight of me working on a bridge, don't worry. We'll try and get like a rough idea of what we're doing with it this episode, and then I'll sort of finish it off a bit more, and when we come back, it should be sort of just the finishing touches that I'll do back on camera again. But today I definitely want to try and work out some sort of idea of what we're going to do with the bridge that will look good. Because I've never made a bridge, so I think it'd be really cool. I think bridges is one of those things, like most people, obviously there are some like amazing grand bridges out there, but that wouldn't really fit with our little theme of our house, do you know what I mean? We don't want like some awesome tower bridge. Pressing the wrong button, gonna drown. We want something a bit more cutesy and small and quaint and farm-like. Not that I've ever seen many bridges on a farm, but you know what I mean. It's got to fit with the theme that we're going with. So yeah, as I was trying to say before I got a bit sidetracked there, it's one of those things that I don't think people put too much effort in, or not even that, it's just not something that you have to build that often. You sort of, everything is done with walkways, and you might just put a flat, something like that, to be honest, is like what a lot of people would do, is just a bridge. But I want it to look a bit nicer, so we're going to have to definitely try and figure something out. I'm just trying to think how to do it. So I don't want it flat, so let's think about something like going up a level. Do we want to do that all the way along? We can take blocks out once we, obviously the dirt blocks underneath are definitely going to come out. Let's do the same on here. That's the trouble, because our house is really quite small. You can't like have a giant towering bridge because it's just going to look ridiculous next to the little house. I don't know why I've got that tune stuck in my head, but I have, so you're going to have to deal with it. I don't know what is wrong with this horse. This horse, I don't know how many episodes it's been there, but it's just basically decided that it's moved into our lake. So we've now got Oscar and the horse. I'm not going to name him because he's just an idiot. Look, he just does this. He just derps around, splash, splash, all the time. Complete fool. There's a lovely farmland all around here, and he decides to just live in this puddle. Some people, eh? Right, just trying to think, what do we want to do? What about... I hate stuff that's flat. Like, this is just flat. We need another layer. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. What about something like this kind of thing? And then take that across. Would that work? Yeah, so I was, like, before I started this episode, I was trying to have a look at some bridge ideas and stuff to build, but, like, most of the bridges I could find were either your basic flat standard bridge, or they were, like, super, like, ridiculously impressive mega builds, like Sydney Bridge, or, like, copying the London Bridge, or stuff like that, and it was just obviously not ever going to look right with our tiny little thing. So I am kind of having to wing it a little bit here and try and come up with something, but that's good. I mean, we should hopefully together come up with a cool little bridge that fits really nicely to our unique little area. So that will be good if if fingers crossed we can actually make something that looks good. Also, guys, I am in a great mood today because I'll probably sound a little bit tired because it is quite early when I'm recording. Just having a sip of my Coke, actually. Excuse me for a second. Yeah, anyway, as I say, I am actually in a really good mood because today is Saturday morning and I am now off work for an entire 11 days. So just a tip for anyone, if you do work or if you're going to go into work, some of you might not yet, always use your annual leave on either side of a bank holiday, because I've only used 4 days of my actual yearly holiday allowance, but I'm off for an entire 11 days, which is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping that should give me a bit more time to get some cool recording done and stuff like that. But I'll be honest, my main priority is to play Fallout 4. That's not going to be recording, unfortunately, because I do have it on console. So I've got it on PS4. So I'm not going to be putting episodes of that out or anything. But I've been saving that game since Christmas, because I've had it since Christmas, but I've not played it. And that's purely because I knew that it's the kind of game where I want like a solid week to just play it and do nothing else. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next week, which is going to be absolutely glorious. Let's have a look. How are we looking? I mean, I can't. Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea of having that extra layer. We definitely need to. I'm going to get rid of these bottom wood, I think, because that'll look better. Maybe raise the bridge up a little. You raise me up to more than I can be. To more than I can build. Looks a bit weird. It looks quite big, actually, doesn't it? It's very wide. That's what she said. I'm just trying to think. I can't do it one thin because I've made a, like, there's no way it will fit with our house. So yeah, let's just go with it. Let's go with it. We'll see how it looks. If it does end up looking like a monster, then we might have to think about knocking the house down and building it bigger. No, I'm kidding. We'll obviously go through a change in the bridge design and not the house one. Right, let's take these out from there. This is making me think. I mean, I can't think of many YouTubers that I've watched. I watched quite a lot of Minecraft videos over the last few years. There's quite a few people that I follow, like BWO, Vintage Beef, a few of the old Minecraft guys. But I can't think of that many episodes where I've seen like cool bridges. B-Dubs has probably made a few cool bridges, actually, come to think of it, but yeah, it's not something that's like that often built on, like, not these little tiny bridges anyway. Obviously, like bigger, massive bridges for like castles and stuff you see all the time, but nobody bothers with the little bridges, huh? it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Obviously, we will have to take out the dirt and stuff underneath, so that won't be there, so don't worry about that. I'm trying to think. I want some... It looks a bit weird floating, so we need some sort of support beams in or something. Yeah, support beams sounds good. I like support beams. Trying to think, we could even... If we want to make it one lower... Would that work? Right, let me just try something. I know that I've just taken these out and I'm now putting them straight back in again, but I've just had an idea that I want to try out. Ooh, that's what... In this episode, we have to go upstairs and have a look at the farm from the balcony at night time, which we'll do in a minute. See the beautiful sunset on the farm. That was it, I was going to try bringing it down a level, right? So, hey you, off you go, and go there. So we're going to put them there instead. Let's have a look, see what that looks like. So I know some people when they build, like, they'll do all their like design work in creative and then sort of come back into their actual world to build it, but I don't know why. I just don't like. I like doing everything in survival. I never ever use creative for anything at all. I probably should. That's probably why I'm not very good at building. But yeah, I don't really like using creative, so I always stick to just doing it all in this. It kind of feels cheaty just to go, even though you're like just trying out designs, which of course is not cheaty at all. But I feel like I just want to do it all in my. What? Oh no, no wait, leave bed. Oh phew. I wanted to show you the farm at sunset. Okay, it's a bit late. We've missed the sun going down, but yeah, it still looks pretty cool at night time. We need some different crops in there because we've only got a few at the moment, and the wheat just doesn't look good. It looks fine. Obviously we need wheat, but I want something with a bit more colour in there. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. Our little starter area is slowly but surely coming along nicely. Now let's sleep so we can get back to building. This episode might be a little bit longer than normal just because I want to try and at least get to where we... At least get to a point where I think I know what I'm doing with the bridge before I finish. He says. We'll be here for 5 hours now. Okay, right. So that's probably going to be better because we don't want it looking absolutely ginormous. What about... Let's put... So I want to put some supports in, so let's get rid of this. Put that there instead, and we'll have a post. How high do we want the post? Let's try that for now. Ugh. What do we think? What do we think? Yeah, some posts. I'm trying to, because the post will help us give it a bit more of a curve to it. We might need to come up one more in the middle. Oh, how's this going to work? Can we do one every two? So one there. I can't see the lines for the block, so let's just try it out. It's one way. 1, 2, block. 1, 2, block. 1, 2. Ha! Oh, that's brilliant. That works out perfectly. I was really thinking now there's no way that's going to be the right placement, but it would appear I was wrong. How's this looking? Yeah, still look. That creeper, what's he doing? I need to get a bow. Have I got a bow? I've probably got a bow somewhere in the house. I will start using a bow because then I can snipe like a boss. Yeah, it still looks a bit flat. You know, like a little bit too flat. I'm not loving it. Not loving it at the moment. I'll be honest. Let's try put a bit more level in there. Like that, maybe. How's that looking? And then I guess we'd have the post coming down. It needs more on the edges. More of a curve up. I think that's what it's missing. It looks a bit straight. It needs to be more. It's going to have to be quite high though. I think the only way I'm going to get that to work is if I build the thing pretty high. So I think we're probably going to have to go back to how we were initially thinking with this. I can leave those wood blocks in though because they're in the right place, I think. So up there, oh god, that's not what I wanted. Completely wrong block. Completely. Right, let's put this in instead. No, wait, yes. No, wait, yes. I know what I'm doing. Shh. Stupid seahorse, get out of here. Eh dear. How can I get... I know I'm trying to get more of a curve in here. In here. But I'm just trying to think how to actually go about doing it. How to go about doing it. Right, let's take these out. That gives you a bit of curve straight away. Oh, so the weirdest thing actually happened as well, just while we're pottering around, not making much progress here. The weirdest, well, it's not that weird, but it felt pretty weird. So I commented on a vintage beef video, Minecraft video. For anyone who doesn't know, vintage beef is a massive let's play YouTuber. Lots of Minecraft stuff. So he was on the Minecraft team. And yeah, he's like a really big successful channel, and he's like one of the channels, like there's a few channels that I've watched ever since I started watching sort of Minecraft videos, and he's one of them. I left like a comment on one of his videos, and one of my subscribers from our channel here actually commented on my comment on the video saying, "Oh, L-Players, fancy seeing you here," and that just blew my mind. That was really cool to have somebody who's obviously a fan of vintage beef, but who is also a fan of mine, which is like, wow, you know, that's really cool. Like, that's the kind of standard of videos that they're watching. They're watching like beast videos, which are awesome, by the way, if you haven't ever checked those out. But then, like, to think that person also liked my videos was just like really, I don't know, it's just like a really nice feeling. So that was really cool. And a bit surreal as well. But yeah, it was cool. So that made my day. Made my day. I also saw a skeleton today in real life. So for anyone who's got me on Instagram or Twitter, both of those are just L Plays Gaming. If you want to search for me on there, I saw a skeleton in my real life adventures. So on my way to the shop, for some reason, I don't know why, there's an anatomical skeleton figure propped up against the gate, like grabbing out of the gate. I guess someone's done it in their garden as like a joke or something. But I was just like, I saw it and I was like, yes, Minecraft has prepared me for this moment. But yeah, I thought that was quite funny. I thought it was funny anyway, so yeah, what can you do? I'm just trying to, so I know I'm like just sort of walking around staring at the bridge and babbling on, but I'm really just trying to think at the moment. Trying to get my pip in order. My pip is my nugget, which is my brain, for anyone who's wondering. Oh, I just had an idea and then I lost it. I just lost my thought process. Let me have another look. Let me have another look at where we're at. Right, so we're definitely going to expand these. That has to happen. God, I hate water in this game. Get out! I'm failing miserably at getting rid of this block, aren't I? Oh, phew. God, it's not easy to do this in the water, you know. Yeah, I know you're probably sitting there laughing at me, but this is a bit more challenging than you would think. Unless you do it all the time, in which case you're probably thinking, no, it's not. But for me, it's challenging. And I know that doesn't say much. Come on, get out of there. I think we could be onto something here. Something. You guys probably can't visualize it as well as me, because I've got an idea of where I'm going. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that. That's good. Do you know what it needs? It needs fence posts, and I might switch out the cobble blocks for steps to make them a bit more of a natural curve, and obviously I've got to fix it on that side. But But we could be onto something. Yeah, so like I say, I'll have fence posts. Yeah, these are definitely going to have to go out for steps because blocks are a bit too much of a jump up. I think that's probably what's... So that curve that I was looking for, like the natural curve coming up into a little curved bridge, I think the reason it's not quite how I want it is because I've used blocks and not steps. So obviously with steps you get more of a natural incline, if you like, rather than this massive, big one square jump. So hopefully, or maybe half slabs or something, but... I've got it in my head now, how I want it. I'm pointing at the screen again, even though you can't see it. I've got a habit of doing that, like a crazy fool. But yes, I'm happy with that. Right, so I think we've made some good progress. When we come back, I'll have done a little bit more on the bridge, and you'll all be able to see what I mean of how I want it to look, and hopefully it will look pretty damn good. If you have got any really cool bridge designs, then let me know, even if I don't use it here, because I'm going to also have a bridge going over this ravine here. So that could be probably bigger because we could sort of start it further back and we've got all the room in the world to play with. But if you've got any cool bridge ideas, show me, tell me, share with me, and we'll see what we can do. God, our place is looking good. It's going to look better when it's done, but it's looking good. I'm very happy with our progress. Very happy. Alright guys, I think that'll do it for this episode. Like I say, I'll have a bit more of a play around off camera, and when I come back we'll have some progress on the bridge, and hopefully you'll all be like, oh my god, I see what you mean, it's amazing. In my mind, that's what's going to happen, so unless you tell me otherwise, that's how it's going to be. Alright guys, we'll end the episode back up here. I will see you in the next episode. As always, take care of yourselves. Make sure you stay active in the comments. Share, like, subscribe if you haven't. Talk to me, talk to each other. Don't be a stranger, basically, is what I'm saying. But until the next episode, I will see you soon. Take care of yourselves. And as always, peace.